Good morning and welcome to Tuesday's edition of the Bubba Show. Well, unfortunately, the baseball team had another rainout, but we're here, action for the Bubba Show. So, I really want to talk about today, and as I've started to do, and I hope that if you have any suggestions, you bring them to me. But I wanted to talk about the last Friday's J.P. Morgan testimony on the Hill and how they got grilled by Congress. And I have to tell you, first and foremost, I think it's absurd, and I think that it's totally irrelevant. And I think that it's time that our government quit wasting money on nonsense of trying to pin these guys down. Look, we all know that investment bankers, Goldman Sachs, J.P. Morgan, they all make a lot of money. That's not a secret. We all know that Ben Bernanke has bailed out the banks constantly and made the fact that they are able to steal more money, whatever you want to call it. They are allowed to get this money. But now to waste millions and millions of dollars to grill a bunch of people regarding the whale trade in London is a total joke. When you look at what they did, and first of all, let's talk about the trade. They lost $5 billion, okay? Now, was it a good trade? No, obviously it wasn't a good trade. They lost $5 billion. But how much money did they make for their clients? They're managing over $1 trillion. So are you telling me that $5 billion is the difference? I have said this from the very beginning, and now that it's come to Congress, I think that it's a total joke as to what they're talking about. And then you have Levin and all these other guys talking about, what did you back test your strategy? Well, I can tell you that I can make any strategy work if I back tested it. And why are they concerned and wasting these millions of dollars on failure when they still made money overall for their clients? And why are they drilling these people? Now look, did they do the right thing? It doesn't matter what I think, whether they did right or wrong. What I do think is a waste is that the government wants to waste all this money, have guys talking about it that have no idea how the markets function, how the markets work, and what they're doing. And nobody ever complains when J.P. Morgan was making their clients tons, and when the whale made them $5 billion, you don't hear about the $5 billion that was made by the whale. All you hear about is the loss and the Congress looking for somewhere to place blame. And I think that when you look at the overall market, and when you look at your own self and your own trading, okay, you make good trades and you make bad trades. You know why. Now, do you think that, listen, do you think, A, they want this press? Do you think Jamie Dimon wants to be involved in all these hearings? It's totally, utterly ridiculous that we have to spend 2 days of hearings listening to the guys talk about trading that have no idea how a market functions or what the market does, and trying to come up with these questions looking for people to say that they're at fault. And as you can see, the J.P. Morgan people were very well prepared. They basically said nothing in response. Now, was there a problem with trade? Listen, could have been. But to me, it's not worth the millions and millions of dollars that the government wasted on going through these hearings, because it's not going to change. You can go back to the beginning of time, the beginning of trading. There's always problems. There's always somebody trying to second guess or try to be a Monday morning quarterback. And that's not what trading is all about. It's about focusing on the trade you're trying to make and look to be successful. J.P. Morgan is a very successful firm. Yes, the whale blew out, but if you go back to SocGen of a number of years ago, which is Societe Generale, and some of the other big trades that have blown up over time, it happens. It's part of the game. That's how these guys get paid. They're looking for the big hit, and sometimes they get caught. Do I agree with their strategy? Not necessarily, but certainly I'm not going to go back and now try to tell them and ask them if they back tested and they did it, because I guarantee you I can make any trade look good on a back test. And that's my rant for Tuesday's Bubba Show. Check out the AJO Monday Night Call. It's really awesome. It's all options based. If you need to know how to get there, email me at todd@adamesh.com or todd@averagejoeoptions.com. For Tuesday, the Bubba Show. Have a great day. We'll talk to you on Wednesday.
4:30.